With Fatima to come to the stage and present.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I'll be talking about how Uncle Basin has had an impact on our lives. Throughout the years, he has watched us grow and he taught us how to become better people. He treated us like his second family and has been a father figure for us all. One of the programs that Uncle Basin has organized is the summer camp. It was one of the many incredible programs Uncle Basin has organized. He always thinks outside of the box when it comes to organizing tremendous programs for us. Some activities we've done are dissecting cow hearts, frogs, and going on field trips, and doing fascinating experiments. Uncle Basil also strives to educate us through Sunday school. He helped find the best curriculum that will help us in our future to become better Muslims. He organized summer courses about our great Islamic history. Besides his great knowledge and astonishing personality, he has always been supported by Auntie Wafa, who has a big, loving heart for the community.
Takbir! Takbir! Takbir!
There can be a problem. Which family did he really consider his second family? We can have another argument about that. We'll have Surat come and join us, please.
Assalamu alaikum. It's great to see so many people around. MCCSD has given us a place to come together. It's given us an opportunity to have a great community that's united. And I think having a community is important. I'm very thankful for Uncle Basil and Auntie Wafa to have been such great support for all of us. This masjid is a place of gathering and it's also a place of salat and worship. It helped unite people. The programs that get held here are also very beneficial. All of the classes that are here during summer and throughout the rest of the year is truly amazing. Many of us are grateful for the Sunday school curriculum and the Quran Academy. They've provided great teachers. A lot of planning and money and time is spent to make it possible. We are lucky to have many people who are very involved in the masjid. And we're also really happy that they stayed with us. And inshallah, they will still stay with us.
Takbir! Takbir!
Thank you. Request Tuba and Halima now.
Man, make sure when you get these girls, man.
I have to get Basil too, his experience.
We are here today not to say goodbye to our friends, Uncle Basil and Auntie Wafa. We're rather to celebrate them staying in Sioux Falls. Thanks for having them in our community, from helping at Sunday school, children for potlucks, fundraising, and contributing to the construction of MCCSD. Noor, Sana, and Maya are amazing kids, and we are very happy their whole family will be staying with us. They have made a big change in our community, and we are all very lucky to have them. We want to thank your family for everything you have done, and we hope that you will help more in the time you spend here.
MashaAllah.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir. Allahu Akbar.
Takbir!
Allahu Akbar. No.
Muhammad and Shafri, please. I can tell you this is a commitment this is not something that they just did overnight. This is something they've been working on for some time. And
Should we turn the light? Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. That's my
Now you know where they got the pictures.
Come on, guys, what's so funny? Don't worry, I will send you pizza and Diet Coke. I want some too. Ready for a road trip? Consider interstate far. From Sioux Falls to Dallas to Houston. Who's missing?
Who needs Texas when you can have snow year round here in Sioux Falls? Hello, Uncle Buster, we're over here too. Will he ever fit?
That's a good one. Oh my goodness.
I finally got the money. Whew, finally, no one around. If you need any compound food, just tell me. Guess who? So that's a lot of fire. I have to go. Sorry.
But we're gonna be able to enjoy your yevrat, salmon, and basbousa for me. Okay, that's enough, chauffeur. We're proud to be a part of your memories.
Okay, so let's get a bit more serious here, but Uncle Basil has actually impacted us in lots of ways. First, he was one of the starters of Sunday school and the main community. And it was back when Muhammad looked like Ashraf, and Ashraf looked like Mobeen.
And Rishon looked like Rihan, and well, Rihan didn't exist. He was the starter of Sunday school. I don't know if that's a good thing, but Sunday school taught us a lot, and it formed the base of our Islamic knowledge, and without it, we wouldn't know a lot of the things that we know today. And whenever he says his speeches will be, he's unprepared, and they're going to be very bad. They turn out great.
And an example of this was one day he took our class. He said the same thing. It's going to be horrible. I'm not ready. And then it was one of the best speeches ever. And also he talks about completely random things and then connects it somehow. Like pebbles on the road to an airplane. He connects these two random things. And also the way he talks makes you remember things. So like 2 seminars ago, we remember Khalid ibn Walid, his battle strategies. And I still clearly remember it. Like how the army would run around and the Muslim army was running around, and the enemy army had too much weight, so they were all slowed down. And I still remember it. And he probably forgot he told us that.
Well, we were kind of sad that he was going to leave, and then we got the news that he's staying, and then, so we can enjoy his blessings some more. Is that cool?
Good job, young man.
Muhammad.
Wonderful. That was really wonderful. That was really from the heart. Now we'll go on to Vijay. Please come to the stage.
Awesome, man. That's great, man. MashaAllah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Ajay, and I'll begin with a quote from the Quran, Surah number 22, verse number 54. And that those on whom knowledge has been bestowed may learn the Quran is the truth from your Rabb, and that they may believe therein, and their hearts may be made humbly open to it. For verily, Allah is a guide of those who believe to the straight way. Since we were young, our parents encouraged us to attend Sunday school. But why? Why do we really come? Is it to see our friends? Yes, but this isn't the primary reason why we come. We come to educate ourselves about our religion and how to live our lives being Muslims in America. Islam is not only a religion, but rather it's a way of life. It can become difficult at times practicing Islam in a non-Islamic environment. The question is, how do we assimilate into society and still maintain our basic Islamic principles? Unfortunately, many Muslims have lost their deen in this process of assimilation. Islamophobia has increased throughout the modern era and is still continuing to increase. One of many challenges that we face today is how we should conform our religious values and beliefs into modern society. Sunday school creates an environment in which Muslims of different cultures and backgrounds can all come together under the banner of Islam. We are fortunate enough to have educated people such as Basil Uncle, who have imparted their knowledge and experience upon us. We, the upcoming generation, need to learn how to cope with the complexities of our current society. We are also very fortunate to have a full-time imam who can help us spiritually and give us tips on our biryani. All of the Islamic school teachers have made a huge impact on the community by sacrificing their free time to teach and bond with the younger generation. I cannot begin to mention everybody by name who has played an extremely vital role in our Islamic school. Islam has been under duress for the last few years, and we are the future generation that is responsible to put Islam back in its rightful place. And this cannot be done without the helpful influence of our Islamic school teachers. My fellow students and I are unconditionally thankful for being given the opportunity to have such great role models to teach us how to practice our religion and strengthen our bonds with Allah. May Allah bless all of them with bright futures. Thank you and Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
We want to be very careful and we want to make sure we have representation from our sisters too. So I'm going to request Sister Aisha Jawad to have a few words from the sisters.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to say a few words about Brother Basil, Wafa, and their beautiful family. They moved here a few years ago, and since then they have been an asset to our community. I think we cannot thank them enough in building this community, especially MCCSD, and in establishing the Sunday school for the kids. They have been playing a very, very important role in building the gaps between the the Christian community here as well as our Muslim community here. They both are, as we know, physicians, very busy. It is very difficult to take some time off from their busy schedules and from their young family and come to MCCSD and dedicate their time. They have beautiful kids. Wafa called me a couple of months ago to tell me that they are planning to leave, and I was sad, and I told Wafa that they have to find a replacement for Brother Basil and herself before they leave. And today I was told that they are not leaving, so we are extremely happy to have you guys here. And as Wafa is always has been a role model, especially for me and young girls. Somebody who moved to US, didn't know English, learned English, her medicine, did training, exams, and now working with 3 little girls, trying to manage her career, home, as well as community. So, you know, Wafa, I always tell my daughter how you can do so many things in life. So we are very happy to have you here and that you are not leaving. I hope, you know, the reasons that you were leaving somehow can be, may Allah fulfill them here for you. And you should be here for many, many years to come. Thank you so much.
I just want to share with you quickly one of the stories, you know, and I think this brother here represents the sentiment of the community. One of our brothers went to Camby. Camby is like an hour and a half from here, I believe. And usually when he comes back from Camby, he does not pick up my phone calls. This one time he came back from Camby and I was trying to call him and he told me he was very busy. But it turns out that he was at Basil's place to convince him not to go to Houston. And when he called me back and I said, what are you doing? You know, like, why would you do that? And he was just so serious and so honest in what he wanted to do that he wants to take the credit for this. But I don't think I was going to do it. No matter what it is, alhamdulillah, it worked out. But I really want to reiterate that it really represented the sentiment of the whole community. I have no doubts about that. Hisham, you're next. Sure. Hisham will go read.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Jazakumullah for coming and having this beautiful gathering. I really intentionally I decided not to prepare anything, just trying to get the message from Basil. He always unprepared but giving a great speech. So I'll try to simulate him very shortly because it's really very emotional to have this kind of gathering. Alhamdulillah, now is in the good way that Basil is staying. But wallahi, when I met Basil for the first time and we started having the project of Muslim Consent of South Dakota, it was very obvious to me and everyone, Tariq Khan and Yamin and Mahmoud and all the brothers who were here back in 2008, 2009, that this guy is going to be a great asset to our community. I remember the first gathering for Faith and Public Life and his great speech that maybe some of us were here, and the Christian people were crying from the great impact and sincere talk that he had back then. It's really always, I remember the ayah when I see Basil or when I get his opinion. قوله تعالى أعوذ بالله من الرجيم يؤتي الحكمة من يشاء ومن يؤتى الحكمة فقد أوتي خيرا كثيرا وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant the wisdom to whoever He wills, and whoever get the wisdom from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala get a lot of good, and nobody but the people with the sight will remember that. So it's really for Basil, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him more and more of that wisdom and give him more from what he has been doing with Sister Wafa and the family to this community. Sometimes when we have some discussion in the board in MCCSD or something I personally think about, and I feel I'm lost or it's not clear what we should go. Should we go this way or that way? It's Allah always to ask Basil. Basil, think about it, make your istikhara, and tell me what you think. And wallahi, not just because he's here and celebrating his day, alhamdulillah, but he's always right. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him always the right decision all the way, inshallah. When Basil decided to leave, I was kind of very sad, but I was very sure that whoever is, or whatever he's going to do, or whatever he's going to do, and wherever he's going to stay, it would be the best for him and Wafa and the rest of the family. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we all know, brothers and sisters, He's the most generous. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we are good to Him and His servants, absolutely He will be even better to us. So I had no doubt whatsoever, if Basil is going to stay in Sioux Falls but leave, it will be great for him. But at the same time, and maybe this is new, that because alhamdulillah this community, it has all these beautiful characters that we all feel and see and touch. When Muslim was so upset when he heard about that Basil is leaving, I replied to him by saying Allah musta'an, which basically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be the one to just give all our reliance on. And because of this beautiful community, if Basil is staying, he's staying with Wafa and the rest of the family, I feel just because we deserve him more than what he deserves us. And it's really very very good to have Basil around for us, for me, for my knowledge, for my Islamic teachings personally, for my family, for my kids, for our community. And I can tell one of the best things for Basil himself to stay is he will use his resources. I'm not sure if he was going to use all resources that he has back in Houston, because Houston is different structure and a lot of people around. But here, we really would love having him here, because he will do great serving this community and serving the Deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I can promise Basil as much as we can as a community. We will do everything we can to him and to his sincere wife, Sister Wafa, and to the kids. We'll promise to do everything we can as a community, as one family, one big family, to keep him around. We really appreciate everything they have been doing and they will do to us here. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from him and from Wafa and from the family everything they have been doing to us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant to him the best in this life and in the day after, and gather us again exactly like today, like now, in the heaven, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much.
Now we have to work on Sharik.
Yes, work on Sharik to stay now.
That was my next line, yes. Sharik, these are all hints. We're dropping it. Nobody knows how to use the video and electronic. We really don't. I've said this multiple times before, but I really believe this, and I think it's really the right time. I really personally believe there's a hikmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's khair. And we don't see this very often in bigger communities, that we are here together in one room, alhamdulillah. We have people from Al-Azizia, Libya, from Hyderabad, India, from Bangladesh, from Kashmir, from Iraq, from Mansoura, from Chakwal, from Lahore, Islamabad, alhamdulillah, from Aleppo, from all over. Alhamdulillah, it's really a blessing. And I've been in 3-4 cities myself, big town, we all have been. And you don't see this everywhere, and it goes without saying. So I really personally have benefited from this, and I really would proceed with further saying that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us find blessings in this community. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us a blessing for the community of Sioux Falls at large, for our neighbors, for all the people around. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us reignite the spirit of Misab al-Madina, that the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he ignited in Medina when he was living there, and really created an example of how you live with your Christian and Jewish neighbors. I will go further by introducing our very special guest today, our uncle, our really respected Uncle Al-Haj Al-Khattabi, who's here. And I just request him to celebrate with us. It's not an award for Basil really, it's an award for our community, for all of us together. So I just wanted him to present that to Basil. Could be a better person than our uncle to do that. So Uncle Al-Haj Al-Khattabi and Basil, please. Basil, you can't do a speech today. So.
No need to hear him. Hey! Hey man, this counts.
Takbir. Thank you so much. We'll move toward the end, and we're honored to have our Sheikh Muhammad Zuwaizi to make a few words and make a dua, and inshallah that will conclude our ceremony.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam. Wallahi, subhanallah, this is ghibta for Dr. Basil. I wish to be that person. Wallahi al-azim. You don't know how much the community loves you and your family. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallahi, I'm telling you, this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, لو أنفقت ما في الأرض جميعا ما ألفت بين قلوبهم ولكن الله ألف بينهم. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the love for any person in your heart, this is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can do it. Even the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I'm telling you, the love for that person comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dr. Ijaz's family, mashallah. I'm so happy, wallahi al-azim, to see you and your kids. Jazakallah khair. The best thing I find in this community, wallahi, I'm telling you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is witness. The love between each other. The love between each other. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep this love. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك في هذه الجالية، أن يبارك في أبنائها وبناتها ونسائها ورجالها. I want to tell you something. Just think about it. If you are planning to leave the community, you will see the people around you happy or sad. If you are good to your brothers and your sisters, if you are friends, right, they will be sad. It's not good. It's not easy for anyone to leave community like that. Wallahi, I'm telling you. We see some people, they come, they leave, but nothing. But why you we're sad? Because Dr. Basil and his wife are leaving. Why? Did you ask yourself why? Why we're sad? And when they decide to stay, alhamdulillah, we are happy. Why? Who can answer the question? Why? Huh? You love him for the sake of Allah. Why? Huh? Good people. Huh? Huh? Sister Hajja Fatma, you are the most important one you can say. You are very close to Sister Wafa. Why? Muhammad. Huh? You can what? Allah yafta alayki. Huh? Do you know what I told Dr. Basil, Dr. Hisham, when I heard from Dr. Basil? It was before the Khutbah al-Jum'ah. But it was very difficult for me. I cannot focus in the Jum'ah. When Dr. Basil told me I'm leaving, I told Dr. Hisham, Rabbina ya'awad alayna. You know what Rabbina ya'awad alayna mean? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us one like Dr. Basil and his wife. It's gonna be big missing for this community. I'm telling you, I've been here almost 2 years, but subhanallah, during the summer camp, I see Dr. Basil, what he's doing for your kids. I see Dr. Wafa, what she's doing for our community. To be a part of this community, we have to be together. Wallahi ya ikhwa, this dunya is nothing. This dunya is nothing. When we're gonna leave the dunya, how many one will make dua for us? How many one will remember us in his dua? How many one of us will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us? How many one? We have to learn the lesson. And also, I didn't make any dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep Dr. Basil here. He's saying, Sheikh Muhammad made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us here. I made dua to Allah to choose the khair for him and his community, his wife. Wallahi al-azim, I'm telling you, I love him for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I love him for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only Allah knows. When I was sick, Dr. Wafa, she's a doctor. I felt she's my sister. Wallahi, I'm telling you. This is what I felt during when I had surgery. She's my sister. When Dr. Basil came to my home, wallahi, he brought the medicine. I told him, why you didn't call me? He said, I called you but you didn't answer. I have, Dr. Wafa told me, you have to give him the medicine. This is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I didn't give him any money. The only one he put the love in our hearts, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep this love between the community. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala أن يبارك في هذه الجالية. We are a very small community, but wallahi we have something. I used to live in Kansas and New York, very big community. I didn't find any love between the people. Wallahi, I'm telling you, we have to trust each other. We have to love each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As I recite in the beginning, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ. This is the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. إِذْ كُنْتُمْ أَعْدَاءً فَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ فَأَصْبَحْتُمْ بِنِعْمَتِهِ إِخْوَانًا. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك في هذه الجالية. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبارك في هذه الجالية، وأن يبارك في أخينا الدكتور باسل، وأن يبارك له في زوجته، وأن يبارك له في بناته. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يختار له الخير. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يقدر له الخير. اللهم اجزه عما قدم لهذه الجالية خير الجزاء. اللهم اجزه عما قدم لهذه الجالية خير الجزاء. اللهم ارزقه الراحة والطمأنينة في بيته. اللهم ارزقه الراحة والطمأنينة في بيته، وبارك له في بناته، وبارك له في زوجته، وبارك له في أهله. اللهم أسعده بسعادة الإيمان. اللهم أسعده بسعادة الإيمان. اللهم املأ قلبه بالقرآن. اللهم املأ قلبه وقلوب أولاده وقلوب زوجته وأهله بالقرآن. اللهم اجمعنا دائما على الخير وعلى الحق في هذه الدنيا يا رب العالمين. اللهم بارك لنا في شبابنا، وبارك لنا في بناتنا، وبارك لنا في إخواننا وأخواتنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم إنك تعلم أن هذه القلوب قد اجتمعت على محبتك، والتقت على طاعتك، وتوحدت على دعوتك، وتعاهدت على نصرة شريعتك. فوثق اللهم رابطتها، وأدم ودها، واهدها سبلها، واملأها بنورك الذي لا يخبو، واشرح صدورها بفيض الإيمان بك وجميل التوكل عليك، وأحيها اللهم بمعرفتك، وأمتها على الشهادة في سبيلك، إنك نعم المولى ونعم النصير. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. Try to make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep Dr. Shariq here. In your tahajjud tonight before Fajr, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep him here inshallah. Jazakallah khair.
You want to say something? Just two more, quick, and then 2 more minutes.
We are planning for our presentation to convince the professor to stay here, but he convinced himself. And I got in a little trouble with Uncle Sadiq because I didn't give him credits for the photos. So I want to give him the credit for all the photos in my presentation.
On popular demand, I've been requested to ask Basil also to say a few words. Yes. And then we can get together for food, inshallah. I didn't request you.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام. This is I don't know what to say actually, and I can tell you that what everything that has been said, and these pure hearts and these sincere people who just talk, and everyone who's here. Wallahi, this is the main reason that we've been debating for months and months. Should we go to Houston or should we stay here? Exactly like what Sheikh Muhammad said, New York, Kansas, and I can add to the losers list Houston. Wallahi, this community has so many things that, in several visits to Houston, we did not feel it. And it's the love, it's the brotherhood and sisterhood and the sincerity. حتما اللي خلانا نبقى هنا ما هو فقط المحبة والإخاء وكل هالأمور الطيبة في الكوميونتي، لكن قبل كل شيء هو صلاة الاستخارة. وأنا إذا بدي أخذ بس دقيقتين أذكر نفسي وأذكر كل الناس بصلاة الاستخارة، لأنه بتعمل معجزات. والله العظيم نحن مسافرين، المفروض أسافر لهيوستن بعد أسبوع واحد من الآن، وأنا هلأ عم بغير رأيي. I just want to say a couple minutes, about something that's wallahi Allah knows it's very dear to my heart in our beautiful religion, which is Salat Istikhara. Salat Istikhara, wallahi, if someone is not doing this almost on daily basis, if I don't do it on daily basis, wallahi, we're depriving ourselves from so much blessing. Sheikh Muhammad a couple days ago reminded me with something that I knew long ago. I didn't remember it. سيدنا علي بن أبي طالب كان يقول كان يصلي الاستخارة إذا أراد أن يخسف نعله. سيدنا علي بن أبي طالب used to pray istikhara if he will fix his shoes. If he will fix his shoes, if we're gonna go and buy a pair of shoes, what's the big deal? $50, 70, maybe for the sister, a couple hundred, whatever. But whatever it is, it's no big deal. But there is nothing that's no big deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just opposite to us. If we keep asking someone and insist and keep bugging one of us, we get annoyed. Like, come on, stop asking me. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's the opposite. He loves that we ask Him for anything. So it's the miracle of Salat al-Istikhara, how things kept going in one direction for probably like 4 months. I am privileged now in 4 hospitals in Houston. They're waiting me to start in a week from now. And at the last moment, I'm changing my mind. Without Salat al-Istikhara, I would have no idea, is that the right decision or not? It will be too stressful. With Salat al-Istikhara, I have absolutely no slightest doubt that this is, inshallah, the khair. Inshallah, not just for me, but for everyone. So it's just a quick reminder. Thank you very much for all this love and all this support. This is beautiful, wallahi, it's priceless. There are no words that I can find to thank you for this brotherhood. Inshallah, if anything I can thank you with, it will be more with actions and more commitment and help for this community. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
We'll have another gathering next Sunday in honor of Brother Sharik staying back in Charlotte. But thank you all for your time, and inshallah we'll get together for food. Inshallah.